In this exercise, we will learn the layer panel. The layer panel plays a very important role in Photoshop. We can manage graphics using layers. Basically, layers work like pages, sort of like a notebook has different pages. One layer is one page of a notebook. And in our layers, we can arrange the layers by upside and downside. The upside of the layer will be the front, and the downside of the layer will be the back side. Okay, let's see how this will work. On the right-hand side, we have the layer panel. If we don't see it, we can go to the window menu. And here we have the layer option. When we open a new document, by default, it will have locked layers, something like this. It will have a little lock icon. That means we cannot delete it, edit it, and we cannot move it. Okay, now if I double click on it, we can see a new layer window is open. And here we can change the name of the layer. We can also change the color of the layer, something like this. Let's choose a red color. We can also change its mode and opacity, but for now, let's just keep it as it is and press OK. And now we can see the color is changed and the layer is unlocked. And we can now edit it, move it, or delete it. Okay, if we want to lock this layer again, then go to the Layer menu, click on New, click on Background from Layer, something like this, and now the layer is locked. We can also click on the little lock icon to make it lock. Unlock it again, and make a duplicate by pressing Ctrl and J. Great! Now, the top layer is a front layer, and underneath that layer is a back layer. For example, let's change this layer color by pressing Shift and Backspace. Something like this. Now, if you click and drag this layer to the downside, then we can see that this layer is on the front side, and this layer here is on the back side. Now, we have here the opacity option. We can just click on it and drag it to adjust opacity, or we can put in numbers. Next, we have a blending option. We can see that we have a normal mode. Normal mode is the default. Okay, I have this image open. If I would like it to be dark, we can choose this option now. Let's choose Multiply. All images blend their color into the background color. Next, let's choose the Lighten effect. And we can see that the images have a lightened effect. Then we have the Screen option. Here, we can see that the image is highlighted in a light color. And next, we have the Overlay option, soft light, and different modes. We can text and apply. And we have the Hue and Color option. These are the best options to change any color of an image. Okay, now we can look at some more options. We have the Delete icon. This will allow us to delete a layer. So let's just click and drag onto the icon, and then we click Yes to delete it. Great. Next, we have a New Layer icon. We can click on it to create a new layer. Or we can press Ctrl and Shift and N to create a new layer. If we want to create a layer underneath this current layer, then press and hold the Control key and click on the New Layer icon. We now have a layer underneath this layer. Okay, next we have the Group icon. Group is basically used to arrange layers into a single group. For example, we have these layers. Just select all of them by clicking on this layer. Press the Shift key and click on this layer, and then click on the Group icon. Now we can see all the layers are in a single group. We can move all the layers from inside of it by clicking on it, or here. We can change the group to layer option, and now we can move single layers. We can also press Ctrl and G to create a group, and we can separate any layer from a group like this. Just click and drag to the outside of it, something like that. And we can drag inside to move within the group. Next, we have the adjustment layer option, which we will talk about in the next exercises. After that, we have the layer mask option. Layer mask is basically used to hide and reveal any subject in an image. This is a very nice tool. For example, if I select this layer and click on the layer mask option, we can see a white mask is linked on the layer. That means that everything in the layer is revealed. And if the layer mask is black, then everything will be hidden. Layer mask works based on only two colors, black and white. Okay, if I click on the layer mask and press Ctrl and I for inverse, now the layer is black, and we can see the subject is hidden now. Okay, if I take the brush tool and change the foreground color to white, and then paint on it, something like this, we can see here everything in white is revealed. And if you choose the black color and paint on it, then everything will be hidden. Okay, next we have the layer style blending option. We will learn this in more detail in the next exercises. And now we have the filter option. We can search any layer by name, by effect, mode, color, smart object, the object that is selected, and artboard. These options help us to find any layer within the many layers. Next, we have the pixels by effect option, and we can search any layer by pixels. We can search it by adjustment layer, something like this. And we can search text layer if there's any text within a layer. We can search by shape layer, and we can search by smart objects if we have any smart object layers. And with this button, we can hide and show these options. These options can be used if we have a lot of layers and want to search specific ones. Okay, in the next exercise, we will learn the adjustment layer option.